This is an introduction to your Unit 5 folder in your course. First, we want to take note that Unit 5 does close on May 17th at 8 a.m., so you want to make sure that you follow the due dates in the unit and don't fall behind in the course. Next, we want to take a look at the introduction. You will need colored markers or crayons or colored pencils and a black marker in this unit for the project. Make sure you have your art supplies ready to go. So you just need something to color with, so markers, crayons, or colored pencils, whichever you have, or if you have something else like pastels or something. And then you're going to need a black marker. So make sure you have a good black marker. A permanent black marker works great. Your first unit section, you are going to be doing some reading, and then you have a quiz due April 12th. Next, you have a reading on Expressionism, and then you have a quiz due April 16th. After this, you're going to do a reading on Cubism, and you have a quiz due April 17th. Next, we're going to get into our project folder, 5.04. You'll want to take a look at the different links that are there, how to draw a face step by step, and how to draw a face number 2. After that, you'll want to open up your Cubism project assignment and take a look at the directions. This is where you're going to need your markers and your black pen. You're going to read a little bit about our artist, Picasso and Andy Warhol. You're going to read about these different sections here: geometric shapes, what is a portrait, two faces in one, silkscreen, and black line. After that, you're going to follow the directions listed below. They're broken down in 2 steps. Step 1, you're going to draw a face in pencil. If you don't know how to do this, go back to the tutorials. There's 2 of them on how to draw a face. Step 2, you're going to erase half the face. Step 3, you're going to draw a face in a side profile, but you're going to match it up to your front-facing face as best you can. Next, you're going to draw just a bunch of lines. You can make your lines wiggly, you can make them diagonal, horizontal, whatever you want to do, but you want to break this up into a bunch of different shapes. Then you're going to come in and find each little shape and color that in a different color. Use the lines that you drew and the lines on the project. So for instance, this curve here would be a color, this section here would be a different color. Try not to let the same colors touch. After you've done that, you're going to take your permanent black marker or a very good black crayon and trace over all your lines, almost like a stained glass window. Here is another example here showing you a side profile. So if you want to take a look at that, if that will help you, you can use that. And here's an example of a piece that was turned in a year ago. And this is an example of an A project. You can see none of the same colors touch. And we have nice bold black lines. We have a front profile here and a side profile here. After you have completed that, you're going to submit that to the Dropbox. And we can see the due date for that is going to be April 24th. After you complete that, you are going to work on 5.05, read about Surrealism, and complete a reading check there. 5.06, Abstract Expressionism, and complete a reading check there as well. Next, we have our 5.07, Abstract Expressionism project. So this one, you are permitted to use a digital program. Unlike your other projects, you were not able to use digital programs. This one you can. So for this one, you're going to read, task 1, you're going to read about Abstract Expressionism. Step 2, you're going to read and look at this information here. You're going to make your own Abstract Expressionist artwork. Now, you are going to be able to use this website here, or if you want to use your own computer program, that is absolutely fine. Now, if you don't want to create a digital Jackson Pollock, you can follow this link, and that will take you to directions on how to create your own Jackson Pollock with Paint. There's a PDF down here. You just have to click download, and it will give you all of the directions on what you need to do for that. When you complete this project, make sure that you do create a Jackson Pollock. Make sure that you read about Jackson Pollock in the directions, read about Abstract Expressionism, and that you actually create something that takes about 10 or 15 minutes at the minimum, so that you are putting the time and effort into this project. Otherwise, you will not receive full points for the project. Okay, so that's going to be due May 1st. So that's 5.07. And then after that, you will have your postmodernism section. So you'll read about that and take a reading check there. And then 5.09 is just a unit review. Just look back and review what you learned in the unit. And again, this ends with a discussion, and that will have some information for you that has, if you want to share your projects or if you want to discuss the unit. After you complete that, you'll be moving on to your Unit 6 final project, and we will discuss that at a later point.